Hey guys, period. Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about how it feels like every other generation is kind of like attacking Generation Z. Okay, so first of all, that already sounded Gen Z. Okay, I won't say that we're getting attacked, but what I will say is I don't think other generations are really like taking a hard look to see like what the real issue is, because I'm like getting so tired of being told, oh, your generation's so lazy, you're this and you're that, like we did this, we did that, and it's like, okay, but we also learned from y'all. Like we understood that our great grandparents and stuff were working for companies for however many years, working however many hours, and like we saw what that got y'all. Like we understand that it afforded for like our parents to do what they want, but like we see that we still want to be involved. Like it's not, first of all, gender roles, like, and I'm just saying, like, obviously a man and a woman can work, so it's not that the man has to work and the woman has to be at home. So we've evolved from that, and to be completely honest, that's a good thing. That I feel like, in my opinion, that puts less pressure on the man when a woman is willing to go, like, I'm just saying it's realistic. Those are my viewpoints, but I'm just getting really tired of that because I don't feel that we're lazy. I feel like, yes, there are going to be lazy people within all generations, but to cancel us out as a whole is actually insane to me, because I feel like we've actually done a lot and we've had to deal with the most nonsense. Because let's be real, let's talk about the non-existent job market. Let's talk about the amount of jobs that get posted, and there are companies that literally say they post the jobs for a couple of days, they do what they need to do to fulfill somebody else that's above them, but the job was never available. And I've watched videos where people are like, I've applied for 100 jobs and I've only gotten a call back from 2 of them. Like, how is that even possible? So, like, y'all aren't even really hiring. Y'all are just saying that. Another thing that I would say would contribute into, I will say why our generation like feels the way that we do, and by that I'm saying, like, when everybody just keeps dogging you, like it comes to a point where you're either gonna fight back or you're gonna lay down. And I feel like Gen Z is fighting back, bro. We're really bringing back trade. It was not millennials, Gen X, like it is Gen Z that is bringing back trade school, because we realize it is not all about going to college. Like, it might have been that way for people who were Gen X and even maybe millennials, but for our generations and moving forward, college is not everything, because there are so many career paths that don't involve college that you can go to a trade school and be successful, make the same amount of money a college graduate would make. And I think we're realizing, why would we go spend the money? Because we're also seeing the amount of people that have 4-year degrees, master's degrees, PhDs, and they're sitting here working at McDonald's or something. They're not even in what they went to school for. And we're realizing, like, bro, we're not about to put ourselves into debt to not get a real, like, you're not benefiting from that. Like, I paid for a degree for my PhD, but I'm sitting over here doing X and Z at Chick-fil-A. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, why go through all that if I can get to that same goal without going to college? It's like cutting out the middleman. And honestly, college is not for everyone. And I feel like college was pushed so heavily, like it had to be for everyone, even if it wasn't, that we finally were like, no, like college is not for everyone. And we can make a way without having to go to college. And that's a great thing. I mean, I did go to college, but I will say through my journey in college, like, I think I got 2 years or 2.5 years in, and I was like, I hate this. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to get this degree. I don't want to do this, because I can achieve the same goals at a younger age and not go to school. So it just, when you realize those sorts of things, it's just like, why would you waste time? Time is not on our side. And honestly, it takes more for us to make the same amount of money that our parents, grandparents did however many years ago. So for the most part, I feel like our generation is thinking ahead. We're like, okay, like, I can't be making X amount for this long. I can't wait 20 years to get a promotion like my grandpa. Like, we're not going to do that. I think that we stand up for ourselves. We don't allow jobs to treat us any kind of way or abuse our time. You're not going to abuse people's time. That's not fair. There are people that really don't get to see their family, don't get to do anything because they're always at work. And I feel like it gets to a point where that was the straw on the camel's back. Like, I'm not going to keep struggling and enslaving to pay bills, because that was another thing that I'm like, why are we working to pay bills? It shouldn't be as normal as it is. I will say in our American culture, I will say in other cultures, I know it's more normal for adult children just to live with their parents, but the influx of young adults that have had to move in with their parents, because why is a 1 bedroom, 1 bath $2,000 if you don't want it to be dusty, have rats, roaches, this, that, and the third? Like, let's be real here. If you want a decent looking apartment, like, you're going to pay for that. And why would I pay rent to something I can never own, all to say that I have my own place? It's not that serious to me, y'all. Like, I would rather put that money aside and be damn happy that I'm in a house paying a mortgage versus being happy to be in somebody's apartment. I get it, but if you have the type of family, if your situation is set up that way and you can live with your parents while you're in your young adult years, in your 20s, I would do it, because you will save so much money, less stress, and you get to actually live your life. Well, when being honest, like, paying bills like that, it feels like you never get to live your life, because all you can do is afford to pay your bills. And I shouldn't have to move to the hood to get a reasonably priced 1 bedroom, 1 bath. That's all I'm going to say on that, because I know that you can go here, you can go there. I shouldn't have to live in the hood. That's not how I was raised. That's not how I grew up. I'm not going to move to the hood just because for the rent. So there's that. Sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent, y'all. Like, this really gets me going. I get really frustrated with the older generations always talking about us, dogging us, talking about we're lazy, we're this, we're that. Like, y'all do not understand what we have to go through. Y'all don't understand that literally that 40 is literally the new 20. You guys were buying houses for $10, $15, $20, $30,000, and that same house for us is $300,000. The same house, like, and it's insane. Y'all can't expect, and I mean, and obviously inflation happens to all generations, but where we're at now is at an all-time high. It is actually insane. It just feels like, as a Gen Zer, I'm 25, but it literally feels like from 2020 moving forward, it just feels like time that I can't get back, because a whole bunch of nonsense happened that, like, the economy, the world did not have to go that way. Like, it just didn't. It is what it is. We can't do anything about the past. We can only control what we do moving forward. But I will say, me personally, it just felt like not a waste, because I had great things happen within those years, but financially, it was insane. It was crazy. It was stressful. I didn't get to have fun, really, because we're always stressing about paying bills. So I can't worry about getting a new this or a new that, because I'm like, oh, did we make sure we got this paid? Like, I'm trying to be responsible. But then it comes to a point where I get why there are people like, bro, they'll just have to get it when they get it, because I need to enjoy the fruits of my labor at some point. I can't just keep on working and never get to see anything out of that besides that I pay bills. And obviously, it takes being an adult to understand, like, it is not as cracked up as it is to be. And I remember being told that, and I really took that in, and I really soaked in being a child, being a minor, not having bills, not having a care in the world, a worry. And I'm happy that I didn't have that, because now that I do, it's like, goodness, like, at least I didn't have this stress when I was younger. But again, I believe our generation is a great generation. I mean, obviously, we're not perfect. There are definitely people in our generation that, hey, it is what it is. You can't help everybody. But I feel like as a whole, we have a lot to offer, and I don't feel like we're being given a fair chance. I also wanted to talk about how, like, I feel like it's very hard to find internships. Like, do those even exist anymore? Because it just feels like everyone that's at the top wants to stay at the top, even though the people at the top are going to be Gen Xers and boomers. Like, y'all are getting to an age where y'all have to step down. Y'all are getting too old. But y'all won't train anyone. Y'all won't really do internships to help us learn these skills that you're saying that we should have because we're so lazy. But y'all won't even take the time to teach us these things. And that's the problem. Y'all are blaming us. It's not all on us. It is on y'all too for making sure that you're only hiring within a certain age demographic. I've literally heard hiring managers say, I don't hire, I don't even look at the resume if I see this year. Like, there was a thing with Dollar Tree where they weren't hiring you unless you were born in 1995 and like before that. So me, I wouldn't be able to technically, at that point when they were doing this, I wouldn't have been able to get a job at Dollar Tree because I wasn't born in 95 or before. Like, that is insane to me. They were so fed up with our generation, but it's like, we're not going to let y'all walk all over us. And I'm not about to work 4,000, 5 million hours for not enough money. And then y'all want me to do 8 people's job. Like, that's the other thing. We understand when y'all put in our job description, that is what I'm going to do. Y'all aren't paying me to go over and beyond. Now, I am the type of person that I do already do that, but I still even hold myself back because you're not, and that sounds bad, but you're not paying me for that. If you want me to behave in a team lead manner, then I need to be hired as a team lead or a supervisor or whatever. But if I am just like the bare whatever, like entry level, then why don't you expect entry level behavior from entry level people? Y'all want entry level people to be giving y'all supervisor behavior, but y'all are giving us minimum wage pay though. That's my thing. Y'all want one person to do 7 different jobs and for them to be happy about not getting paid to do that, but just be happy because you have a job. It's not that serious. It's not. And I love that my generation, our generation is figuring that out. And we're like, bro, y'all aren't going to keep doing us like that. That is not fair. We do work hard. We do what we're supposed to do. Y'all don't give us that chance. And that is one thing that, if I could sum up a phrase for 2024, it would just be, give me a chance. Y'all won't even give us a chance. You tell us we have to go to college to get the education behind it. We go to school, and then when we come to apply for the job, oh, you don't have the experience. Well, was I supposed to be getting experience in the 2nd grade? Like, I don't understand when y'all expect us to get it. I really don't. Sorry. Anyways, I don't understand that. I don't understand the argument about getting, what do you want us to do? We still have to pay bills. It's not like y'all are offering internships that can help us afford like a cheap apartment. Y'all want us to take it, for the most part, an unpaid internship. And if it is paid, it's not enough to do anything. You're going to have to work a second job. So then we're back to that boat of you don't get to do anything. All you ever do is work to pay bills. And I'm hoping that in 2025 that changes. It's just like an energy. I can't even explain it. It's just an energy. I've been seeing so many people, so many creators, even people that aren't creators, talk about how 2025 is their year. And I like really feel it. Like, it just feels like there's just been an energy shift. I'll say it like that without getting too deep into things. But I love it. I feel like everyone is just genuinely really motivated, and I feel like it can be a lot of our years. If we really stay disciplined and do what we're supposed to do, I truly believe that it will be all of our years. And I'm hoping that it is. I don't want to see anybody down. I want to see everybody winning. So yeah, that was a quick, well, not even quick, because not as almost being at 15 minutes, but yeah, that was me going off about people talking about how Gen Z is lazy. It's really annoying. I don't feel that way. Obviously, again, there are going to be people in all generations that are lazy, but as a whole, I do not think we're lazy whatsoever at all. And I'm not even being biased. I feel like we have a lot against us, and we're still like trying to get in there. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Only time will tell. And as I keep saying, I will catch you guys.